Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, turn the notification bell on because we talk about everything celebrity gossip, social media drama, and trending conversations. Now, today's just this is this one is really getting more interesting by the day because after Celine came online to share her experience and explain why she ended the relationship, her baby daddy has finally responded. You guys, if you haven't watched the one where I shared what Celine said, please you can go back, just scroll few videos from this one, you'll find it. Okay. So, Selena's baby daddy has finally responded, though, and honestly, after reading his own side of the story, one thing kept ringing in my head. There are always three sides to every story: your side, my side, and then the truth somewhere in the middle. Because now, before anybody start dragging me like I pass my neighbor generator in the comment section, let me say this thing. I'm not here to call anybody a liar. I'm not here to defend anybody. I'm simply looking at everything both parties have shared and giving my opinion because once something is brought to social media, people will naturally have opinions. So let's talk. According to him, he said this is actually the first and the last time he intends to speak publicly. He said for over 4 months he has remained silent, not because he agreed with everything that was said, but because he didn't want to drag the mother of his child online. Aww. However, he also said that sometimes silence can be mistaken for guilt. Sometimes when you don't speak, people automatically assume everything they heard is true. So he decided to explain his own side of the story. One of the biggest things he addressed was the allegations of abuse. He stated clearly that throughout their relationship, he never laid his hands on Celine, not once. According to him, their families knew this, their close friends knew this, and Celine herself knew this. Now, that is his own account. And unless there's independent evidence, none of us watching from outside can say with certainty exactly what happened. Then he went back to how everything started. According to him, when Celine became pregnant, marriage wasn't something he was running away from. He actually wanted to marry her. He said both families had already started discussions. Preparations were already ongoing. Money had already been spent. He even claimed he had already set over 45 million naira for different parts of the wedding preparations. Omo, the guy get money kwa o. 45 pa. Yay. Bride price discussions had already started. Traditional marriage plans had already started. Everything seemed to be moving according to plan until one conversation changed everything. According to him, he called Celine one day to explain a traditional marriage custom. He said he was only explaining how traditionally certain responsibilities are shared between families. But Celine interpreted it differently. She believed he was asking her family to shoulder financial responsibilities because she was pregnant and unable to work. He insisted that wasn't what he meant. He said he had already planned to take responsibility for the wedding expenses himself. My people. The discussion became heated. The call ended. Later, Celine spoke to his mother. His mother, coming from an older generation, also spoke from her own perspective. And according to him, that conversation created even more misunderstanding. Again, this is his version of events. Then something happened that shocked him. He said Celine later informed him she no longer wanted to get married. Imagine planning a wedding involving families, preparing financially, only for your partner to suddenly say, I know they do again. He admitted that he reacted emotionally. He sent a message that he now says he deeply regrets. But they did not tell us what the message is. For Kuku tell us what. He didn't try to defend it. Instead, he admitted it was wrong. He said he apologized to Celine, her parents, even his own parents, and to everyone who saw the screenshot of the message. Whew. Personally, I think taking responsibility when you're wrong is important. Whether people forgive you or not is not like it's another matter entirely, you get. He also addressed another allegation. He said during their entire relationship, he supported Celyn financially. He bought her first laptop, her first iPad, okay, her iPad. He encouraged her through content creation. He supported her throughout the pregnancy. And again, this is his own account too. Now, let's talk about what really caught my attention, their child. According to him, for the first 4 months, he has consistently been sending money for the baby. He even shared WhatsApp screenshots showing payments. From what I saw, Celyn acknowledged receiving the money. At least from those chats, the disagreement didn't appear to be about whether he was contributing financially or not. It seemed the bigger disagreement was about access to the child. According to him, after one unpleasant incident at Celyn's house, he decided no, he would no longer want, like he no longer wanted to visit the baby there. Instead, he requested that they meet in a public place where he wanted to spend time with his child. Celyn, however, reportedly declined. Her reason, according to what has been shared online, was that the baby is still very young, about 4 months old, and is breastfeeding, making it difficult to take the child out. Now, honestly, I can understand why each person might feel the way they do. A father naturally wants to bond with his child. A mother of 4 months old may genuinely feel more comfortable keeping the baby close, especially if the baby is exclusively breastfeeding. Now, neither concerns is unreasonable on its own. The challenge is finding a solution that works for everybody. Most importantly, for the baby. This is also where I want to mention something very important. Pregnancy changes a woman's body in many ways. Hormones fluctuate. Emotions can become more intense. Some women experience anxiety, depression, sensitivity after childbirth. Many women also go through postpartum recovery, sleep deprivation, physical pain, and the overwhelming responsibility of caring for a newborn. That doesn't mean every disagreement is caused by pregnancy or postpartum. And it doesn't mean someone's action should simply be excused because of it. But it does remind us that this period can be incredibly stressful and is worth approaching with empathy rather than rushing to judgment. Likewise, becoming a new father can also come with emotional stress. Some fathers struggle with suddenly feeling shut out. Some feel powerless. Some don't know how to navigate disagreement with a child's mother. That doesn't excuse bad behavior either. But it does explain why communication can easily break down if both persons aren't intentional. Now, here's my own opinion. For everything both of them have shared, I honestly don't see two people who hate each other. I see two people who have been deeply hurt, two people who misunderstand each other, two people who react emotionally at different points. You understand? And unfortunately, instead of sitting down to dissolve or resolve those issues privately, social media became the courtroom. Now, once family members, friends, fans, bloggers, and social becomes involved, everything becomes much harder to fix. If there is still mutual respect, if there is still room for healthy communication, if there are no safety concerns that make reconciliation impossible, then I hope they can at least find a peaceful way to co-parent. Whether eventually get back together is entirely their decision, it no concern me. No outsider can make that choice for them. But every child deserves parents who can communicate respectfully, even if they are no longer a couple. And at the end of the day, none of us really knows everything that happened behind closed doors. We've heard Celine's side, we've now heard the father's side. There may even be details that neither of them have shared publicly, especially that message. I don't know what is in that message that he shared that made Celine decide not to marry again. So before we crown one person a saint and the other a villain, let's remember that real life is usually more complicated than social media posts. Sometimes the loudest story isn't the whole story. Oh. Now I want to hear from you people, my viewers. After hearing both sides, has your opinion changed? Do you think they still have a chance to fixing things? Or do you think they should simply focus on cooperating peacefully and move on? Let's discuss respectfully in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye guys.